Panther Nation Podcast. Yeah. Let's go. Yeah. Oh, cut it. Cut right. And I would like to introduce one of the hottest podcasts in Carolina history. Let's go. Yeah. Talk, let's chat. We got time to chop it up. Talking analytics and fantasy draft. You know what's up. Panther Nation representing, cause this is where we talk that. Talk that's so incredible. Make them rewind that talk back. Pause. Talking Panthers football, we discussing it all. On and off the field, you know exactly who to call. You know we the #1 podcast. Competition is non-existent, you need to stop that. Pause. It's an honor to be a Panther fan, pause. At Bank of America, that is where we ball. Coming to the jungle, then you gonna feel the pause. Winning the trophy for the city, it is the cause. Black, white, and blue, we going Carolina strong. And this is the conversation where everyone belongs. Discussing all the numbers and topics, you know we got it. We the hottest podcast and we poppin', let's go.
QueenCityPodcastNetwork.com.
Yo, what's cracking, Panther Nation? Good job, Dave. It's your boy.
That's what I was waiting for.
It's your boy Rashad and Dave in the building. I am currently. This is like back in the day, Dave. Like when
you're everywhere, bro. Like this is like first Manassas.
Yeah.
Now ATL. Like you just everywhere at this rate.
Yeah, I'm outside, man. But this one's for work, so I'm on the road for work. So, I had to, got to do what we got to do, but we still here. We making it happen. So what's good, man? Tough game. We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna break it all down. But Dave, what's good with you, man?
Yeah, man. My daughter, my girl met my son this weekend, so we took him to this little joint where you can do like go-kart racing and stuff, like race, which was pretty dope. We kind of met in between because she's in Connecticut. She's in the other side of Connecticut, so we met in between. We took him to a joint that was pretty dope. But overall, man, pretty good weekend. I took a 5-day weekend. You know what I'm saying? Like I had the day off. I had Monday, so I took Monday and Friday off and just got a whole nice little 5-day weekend actually going. I did some mentoring. I just got off from the mentoring session with a bunch of computer science students, which was pretty dope. Aggie Pride there, pretty good weekend overall though. What about you?
Yeah, pretty good weekend outside of the fact that we lost, and now I got to go talk to Rob.
Yeah, I was going to ask if you were going to find work as an excuse to avoid him this week.
Nah, shout out to Maddie. The Rob, it's not going to be fun. It is not going to be fun at all. Going on his show.
He might be angry that we gave him that win. Like he's probably looking. But now he might not be because he might believe in his quarterback.
He's not built like that. He wants the dubs at all costs, or the ability to talk trash at all costs. So he don't care about none of that. But real quick, Dave, we got to address. So we're trying something new here with StreamYard. They announced something where you can stream via your phone, or like horizontal and vertically.
Vertical.
I don't know how this is working. So
I noticed it. I noticed it with the banner, but I turned it off. I mean, we could show a previous photo. Oh, that's how it would look for you guys if it was vertical.
No, I think it is. I think it is vertical.
I turned it on. So like, there's a horizontal version and then there's a vertical version, so you can see both to see what it looks like. That's okay.
But I think it's vertical. Is it vertical on the stream? How is it looking on the stream?
Oh, it looks fine. Like you can see both. Like I was like, what does that button do? And now I know. Now we know.
I know we can see both, but I don't know how YouTube is looking. I don't know.
Oh well, they'll let us know.
That's what I'm asking. I think they only see the vertical. See, the vertical is for them. So I don't know. I had it to show both, and I think you said you turned something off. So.
Yeah, I turned it back on because I didn't know what the hell it was when I came in here, and I was like, let me turn this off, and I turned it back on just to see what it was. Now I know. Now that I understand. So now we'll see what it looks. We'll get the feedback and we'll adjust accordingly like we always do.
Okay, so on my phone it's horizontal and my TV is vertical. I think it's supposed to be the opposite way, but I don't know. He said y'all can switch over. I don't know how it works.
It's just
Said we need widescreen to see the slide. I don't know how it's gonna work. I don't know
Yeah,
how
you won't be able to see the slide. I don't
Dave,
think there's a
Dave,
way you can see.
Dave messed it up. So
Oh, no. What you're not going to do
Dave messed it up, bro.
is slander me.
He messed it up.
What you're not going to do. I have 2 super chats we got to hit. So shout out to Tyrone C. He put the super chat in prior to us going live. With last year's progress, they implemented street ball or something. Why not use it sometime now? Look, bro, we're gonna get into this game. Like, I'm gonna be very transparent with y'all. After the half, I was angry. Like, I was furious. And it took every ounce of my body to try to see what the hell happened at the end of that game, because I was so furious of how bad that game looked.
Try to be in there.
Oh no. Did you stay?
Yeah, stay the whole
Good
game.
Good for you. Next one. Shout out to Steve O. Everyone wants to burn it down and go another 8 years of mediocrity. Need to just let Bryce and Gonzalez figure it out and build a team for the future. Keep pounding. Shout out to Cal. Ain't technology grand? Never user friendly though. Yeah. I mean, look, man. StreamYard's trying stuff. I ain't mad at him for trying. All right. Want to get into this content, man?
Yeah, let's go ahead and I'm trying to see what the orientate. I'm trying to see what
that doesn't look good at all. I can tell you that.
Yeah, it's not gonna look good. It's not gonna look
well,
good.
No, that's probably more on StreamYard too. I might just need to share this thing. I don't like that. Give me 1 second, guys. I try to actually utilize their technology and they're failing me miserably right now. So I'm gonna have to just share it and show you guys because I don't like how that looks. And I'm afraid about what the rest of the slides look like. So let me move that. StreamYard can be so flaky sometimes, man. All right. Let's see here.
They said it looks fine.
It does?
That's what they said.
It's just all I see is a P.
Oh, yeah.
So if it looks fine, then I'll keep rolling.
They say it looks regular. I don't know.
All right, let's stay on the prowl, guys.
We'll roll with it and see
We'll
what
roll now. If you guys just see a P, tell me, but stay on the prowl. But shout out.
Yeah, this full thing. Go ahead. Shout out to GameChangers.LA. Go and get your t-shirts. We got some nice content over there, some nice design t-shirts if you want to support the Carolina Panthers or other they've got some other pop culture tees as well. Go over to GameChanger.LA, use that promo code PNP10 when you do. Greatly appreciate that. Greatly appreciate it. Shout out to Game Changer.
Yeah, I'm doing it this way because I don't like what I saw.
That's worse. Now we can see your whole.
Yeah, no. I can hide this though. I can see the whole thing. Let's see.
That's because you got it in PowerPoint. You should have pulled it up in Canva, dog.
There we go. Should look better now, right?
Yeah, I think the slides are it's okay. Whatever. It's all good.
No, it looks good. It looks good now.
I know the slides are jumbled up because it's in PowerPoint and not in Canva, but it's cool. It's cool. Keep going. All right, so we got to talk about this situation because you talked about the game and what a letdown. First of all, super disappointing losing to the New Orleans Saints, a 1-8 win team, not good at all. But then you start to hear some cracks in the foundation, so to speak, and you talk about a couple of guys, Icky and Nick Gordon, have come out and said, hey, we weren't prepared, victory Monday, blah 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 blah. Dave, what are your thoughts on both of these brothers' comments and the fact that they're saying, hey, some guys came in overconfident, or they feeling high and mighty, or we weren't prepared, a lack of preparation, whatever the case may be? What do you think about this, Dave?
This is on the coach.
Deep breath.
This is on Canales. And, the Victory Monday thing is fascinating to me. The fact that they never did it before this, and then we lay an egg the way that we did, and we're bringing it on one day, that's on the coach game, man. I'm sorry. Like, I'm putting this on Canales. We're going to talk about the performances of some of the players, but when you got players out here saying what they're saying, that's more on the coach. That's more on the coach, not having these guys ready and understand what the moment is. Like there is the concept of learning how to win and learning how to react after you win. And I think, you know, you try to get the vibe of the team, and I understand the ability to try to reward them, but now, like, I didn't realize they didn't have Victory Mondays until now. You know what I'm saying? I assumed that I didn't realize they didn't have Victory Mondays until now. And now I was assuming they were having them every week, and that obviously was not the case. And I think because they were winning some games, they decided Canals decided to lay off a little bit, but maybe you keep a routine. Regards to that. But yeah, nah. If you're getting some chinks in the armor, so to speak, then we have to have a discussion point about the coach at that point, because he's got to have control of the players.
Yeah, I agree. I think this is a coaching issue when you letting your guys kind of get high and mighty and feeling good. He says the right things in these press conferences about one game at a time, but when you allow your team to get out of character and start to feel themselves, and it's hard because there's nobody on this team really that knows what it's like to win, right? There's not too many people on this team that know how to handle winning, right? And it's such a shame. I'm going to say it, Dave. It's such a shame. I feel even weird saying this, but it's such a shame that Nick Scorton, a rookie,
Yeah.
has to come out and say, "Oh, no, our guys wasn't ready," or "We feeling hot, too high and mighty." Like, what? What are we doing? Like, why is it that a rookie has to come out here and hold people accountable? You know what I mean? Like that's not a good look at all. And them boys came out, and this is everybody says, oh, the Carolina Panthers, this can't be a trap game because we're the Carolina Panthers. A trap game can't exist. Well, that's exactly what happened.
This
That
was
is
the
exactly what happened to the Panthers. You got
th-
trapped.
this is the only game that we came in favored in. We haven't won a game that we've been favored in since 2021, guys.
Yeah, yeah, that's fun. Yeah, I saw that we
That
hadn't
is a
won a we
crazy
hadn't
stat.
won a game as being a favorite since 2021. That's nuts.
That is
That's a culture.
insane.
It's a culture thing, bro. It's a culture thing.
So, like, we've been underdogs so much. Like, we were underdogs against the Jets this year, guys. Like, think about that for a second. We were underdogs against the Jets. The Jets. And then they finally make us the favorites against the Saints, which right, because I think the Saints was the worst team in the league. And I stand by that. And we couldn't beat them.
Yeah, and the crazy thing is like they didn't do anything
No,
spectacular.
they
So,
didn't.
you talk about a couple of couple of plays where JC slips and falls, and you know that's what we're talking about. Literally, and that's the difference maker in this game. It's two plays where JC Horn falls down. Right? If he doesn't fall down, it looks complete. This game is completely different. We might win 7-3. You know what I mean? Like
And
it's
I would have
crazy.
still been pissed because we shouldn't be winning games 7-3 against the worst team in the league.
Yeah.
Let me hit some super chats. Shout out to MM Kelly. Can I get whatever 49er QB they don't keep? I can think about 10 retreads I'd rather have than Bryce as a starter. First step, my man. It's more than a quarterback. That's the problem here. Quarterback's a big problem, but it's more than a quarterback. But we just had this discussion about coaching. How good your quarterback's going to be if your coaching ain't good?
Well, we gonna
How I'm just like, let's keep it a bean.
we're gonna talk about that in just a second.
You see,
Hold that
you ain't
thought.
got all the slides, but let's talk about it, bro. Brian Dable just got fired from the Giants. All right. He got fired from the Giants. He did a good job picking Jackson Dart, even though he slandered Shador in the pre-draft process. He did a good job doing that, but he got fired. What part of the reason why he got fired? Daniel Jones out here balling in Indianapolis. Saquon Barkley just won a Super Bowl in Philadelphia. He obviously didn't want those players on his roster.
Well,
And
I can say to that though, there's layers to that too. If you really want to go down the rabbit hole, there's layers to team building. And part of that is the reason why those guys are let go. So it's not just about talent; it's about building a team, right?
Yes.
So it's a full. Yeah, on paper, you're absolutely right. Having those two guys go elsewhere and ball out is great, but if you're trying to build a team, bruh, like some folks gotta go. You
Yeah,
know what
well, they made the decision to go with Daniel, and then that didn't work out. And I think the GM probably needs to pack it up too, but that's a whole different discussion point,
I
right?
mean?
I think the both of them should be packed up.
Yeah,
But when you make the decision to let the coach go, but I think there was other elements to it too. I mean, Jackson Dart's been looked at for 4 concussions. The way that they're utilizing him is not safe for him. That's your franchise quarterback. At least that's what we're saying. And you already got this guy having almost 4 concussion looks, to the point that one time you had to you went to the tent yourself to go check on him, and you got fined because you did it. So like things like that. So there was other factors involved when it came to Dayball, but you kind of, when you make decisions like that and you're like being a floundering, like they've had like I think 4 coaches over the last 8 years or something like that, which is insane. It's like us.
shit, we can't talk.
We know, but my point, I'm giving you these samples
We
because
cannot talk.
we got to do better in that regard. The fact that we allegedly got complacent after just 1 game over 500 is concerning. Well, that's on the coach. That's coaching. I disagree, Shad, about the Nick Scourton take. I think it shows Dan Morgan is getting the right guys in the building for a rookie to speak up like that. I agree, but the fact that you don't have other folks,
I agree with that. Yeah.
I agree with what you're saying,
Yeah.
Double O'Kane, but the fact that you ain't got other leaders in the locker room is troublesome because you help keep some of those players on this roster too.
That is my point, is that I like the fact that Nick Scourton came out and said it, because obviously, guess what? Ain't nobody else saying it publicly. You know what I mean? Except for Icky. Ain't nobody else gonna say it. So Nick went out there and said it. So that's what I'm talking about. I do agree. It's great that he's going out there and saying it, and making something of it, and making it a point to say that, hey, we wasn't ready and guys out here feeling high and mighty. That's awesome. But there needs to be other leaders on the team out here doing that, and it is what it is.
All right, next one. James E. Bryce is capable physically, mentally. He is not. As a player-led team, it falls on the leaders. B9 ain't a leader of the dogs on his team. He's soft, man. Y'all are tough on Bryce, and it's definitely warranted. But at the same time, it's a combo thing for me, bro. ACAS, we fell into this very same trap against the Saints that we lured ATL, Dallas, and Green Bay into earlier this year in the year.
Yep, facts.
Yep.
That's a fact. I think that and here's what I've been saying this whole time, Dave, and you can go back and look at all these shows that we've been doing, is that it's great when Rico can run for 150, 200 plus. That's awesome. But guess what? You ain't gonna be able to do that every single game, bro. And I knew it would eventually catch up to us. And unfortunately, we got exposed. We got exposed by a bad team. Saints aren't that good. We're gonna face better teams. And
But we just beat better teams too, right?
yeah. But we were able to. That's because we were able to run successfully. When we're able to run, Dave, we're okay when we can run the football. The problem is you cannot run 150 to 200 on everybody. That's not going to happen. It's just the numbers are not going to allow that. There's going to be better teams that you're going to face, and they're going to stop your run. They're going to sell out. You got to be able to beat them, and we just not. It's just not. We weren't able to do it. It's 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 not a good look. You could blame. You could talk about coaching. You could talk about whether the player. I got some stats that we could talk about. They're not. I don't have them on the slides. But when we get into the next slide, the next conversation, we don't got to go right now. I'm just saying, like you got to be able to win games when the game plan doesn't go the right way. When you can't run the football, we got to be able to put up a fight. And when we cannot run the football, we will lose every single game. We do not have a guy. And shout out to Bryce. And y'all talking about all the game winners and all that stuff. That's cute. That's cool. But you're being held in the games by your run game and your defense, right? That's great. Your defense let you down. You have to be able to compensate when things don't go your way. When your defense and your run game fail, guess who it falls on? The quarterback. Quarterback got to make some plays. And I feel like even with the defense giving up those plays, we still should have been able to fight back, bro. And we people. I saw somebody in the chat said Bryce didn't give up 17 points. Well, hell, he didn't score 17 either.
Oh, sure didn't. Sure didn't.
So
it goes both ways.
You got to be able. We have to be able to. Every game ain't gonna have the same game plan. every game is we're not going to be able to dictate and run 150, 200 yards. We have to put the football in the quarterback's hands, and not when we're down 20 points, when we're forced to throw the football 40 times. Like it's just predictable football. And whether it's predictable because our offensive coordinator, our head coach is not calling the plays, or is it the fact that he doesn't trust the quarterback that he has? It's one of the two. One of the two.
I got my thoughts on that aspect. Shout out to Kyle. It's crazy how when Morgan Canals were hired, I was low on the in-house Morgan and high on Canals. It's completely flipped now, where I like the talent Morgan is bringing in, and I question if Canals has anything to offer. What happens if we lose the rest of the games? You don't want my answer to that question,
bro.
I don't think Bryce gets the 5th-year option if we lose the rest of these games, bro.
I don't think he. Well,
I think he has time to figure that out between now and the end of the season.
Style points matter, bro. I think the way you win matters.
Right? No.
Winning when your running back is running 200 yards, that doesn't give me a bunch of confidence in the fact that he's the guy, bro. I'm sorry. So yes, winning is great, but we're only winning in one way. We're winning in one manner, and that's through the run.
I get it. I completely I get it. But
I'm not talking about, so Marcus, I'm not talking about style points. I'm talking about style points in the context of Bryce Young.
Mm-hmm.
I agree with W's or W's. I'm not talking about that. I agree with you. I'm talking about in
wins
regards
ain't a QB stat though, by the way. I just want y'all to know that. Wins are not a QB stat.
I'm talking about in regards to the quarterback play and the way we're winning games. Are we winning the games on the arm of the quarterback, or winning on the game? Is it a blended effort, or is it all in the run game? And right now, it's all in the run game and the defense. Sorry.
Is this a Bryce problem or a Dave problem? We don't know. It could be both. Okay? Could be both. Could be both. Could be part of the problem. Cash, I agree that Canals has been inconsistent with coaching, but Sunday's game was more on Bryce, in my opinion. The fact that he couldn't do nothing against the lowly Saints has me very concerned for the long-term future with him. Yeah, bro, it's valid.
Bro, people asking my separation. Guys are open, bro. Guys are open. And listen, it's not gonna be perfect all the time. We have a guy that and I've said this multiple times on the show. Bryce Young needs everything around him, and the everything needs to go perfect. The run has to be to 150 yards. We have to play a shutout defense. If those things work great, then we're going to the Super Bowl, bro. If not, we cannot seem to get a win in any way, shape, or form if it's not perfect for Bryce Young. And unfortunately, that may work out 6-7 times a game, 6-7 times a year. You know what I mean? But it ain't gonna. It's not gonna be. That's not gonna be consistent. We're not gonna be able to sustain that. That people are gonna stack the box, whatever the case may be. And we need our head coach to trust our quarterback. You know what I mean? To be able to call some deep shots, because that came out. And bro, I'm gonna be honest. Canales spilled a little bit of tea, bro, with the lack of deep shots. We can go to the next slide, Dave. But he spilled a little bit of tea with that and the lack thereof.
He only had 3. That was over 20 yards.
Yeah. But see, here's the thing, bro. Like we were throwing the football deep last year. Right? We were throwing we did it last
year. And Bryce was actually pretty good at it.
What's happening? What's the difference, right? And here's the thing: one of the big differences is you don't have to throw the football deep because your run game is going crazy, right? So that's part of it. But when you do have to do it, why is it not happening?
Why can't you do it, even if the run game's going crazy? Like that's when you should do it.
I think agreed.
Like that's my thing, right? So if our run game has gone crazy in multiple games this year, it's inexcusable that we're not taking enough deep shots. We were complaining about deep shots all season. So what I don't understand is if you had success with it last year in the second half of the season, why aren't with some receivers that aren't as good as what you got now? Why aren't you doing it now? You got the same OC, same guy calling the plays. Why aren't you doing it now?
It's frustrating.
It's so frustrating. Like, I don't understand. Like, you folks are saying, oh, well, Bryce don't know how to throw the beat. He did it last year
And he
with
can
the
throw the
same
football.
staff.
He can throw the football deep, bro.
He can.
He's capable. This is not whether he's capable or not. He can. He's just not.
But is it because of the coaching staff, or is it because of him not willing to do it this year? Is it because of what he's getting from the coaching staff saying, hey, you should probably not have to do that as much now because now we have a solid run game? If that's the case, you can't put that on him. You can put the turnovers on him. Sure, fine, got it. But if he's trying to do what the coach is telling him to do, then yeah. Actually, deep is considered over 15 yards, guys, just so you know. Like when they look, or is it 20? When they do the comparison about deep passes, that's over 20 yards.
I think it's 20.
It's 20 yards. That's considered deep. He only threw 3 passes that was deep in the game last week on Sunday. 3. All right. And I can count these dots, but let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Out of 23 passes, only 3 of them were deep. It's terrible.
And so here's why I don't want to blame Canales on that, right? I don't think this is a Canales issue. When Canales was OC of the Tampa Bay Bucks, Baker Mayfield threw the deep ball 13% of his attempts over the entire year. That year he was the coordinator. So this is not whether
that's not how he does it. Then that's not that. So this is par for the course. Is what I'm hearing. So no. 3 out of 23 passes. It's
13, about Dave. Like it's like
3 out of 23 passes is about 15%.
No, but that's really like 16, 17% leads the league, bro. Like that's a lot.
Yeah.
So right now, Bryce Young is throwing the football 7% of his passes deep. That's not enough.
Yeah.
7%, Dave. That's half. That's almost half.
Well, in this game,
Baker was doing.
But in this game, you talking is over 10%. 3 out of his 23 passes is over 10%. So he hit above the 7% average he has in this game.
You got to, yeah, but that you got to complete them too.
No, I know. He only went 1 for 3. Got it. He only went 1 for 3. So, yeah. Nah, that's a mess, bro.
I don't, and again, I don't know what it is. And Canales is always going to take the blame, right? When you get into these public settings and press conferences, Canales is going to say, "Hey, it's me. I got to do a better job." Like, so I chop that up to coach speak, right? And maybe it is, maybe it's true, maybe it's not. I don't know. But we got to figure out a way outside of and it just seems like we're always. And again, I don't know if it's a Canal. It could be a Canales issue. I don't know if it's I don't know who it is. I don't know who to blame for this. But it just seems like we're always trying to figure something out on offense, right? We're all like, okay,
that's Canales, bro. He calls the plays.
Yeah, you went from it's not just about it's not just plays. It's not just plays. It's about personnel too, right? When you go to figuring out whether it's gonna be Chuba or Rico or when we gonna dial up the deep passes? When we gonna it just seems like we're in year 2. Like we need to get these things figured out, bro. We should be in a situation where we're doing better than what we are, and it's a disconnect, Dave. Either it's Bryce Young is not capable of doing what Canales wants him to do as a starting quarterback in for the Carolina Panthers, or Bryce just cannot execute what Dave Canales is asking him to do. It's so. Whatever the case may be, this is not working. This is not working.
One thing I'll say, I'll keep staring at this chart. I'm noticing, and I got 2 super chats to hit. 4 now. One thing I'll say, we had just as many passes behind the line of scrimmage as deep passes, which is wild. That's insane.
Well, at least he completed them.
He did. Well, yeah, that'd be a bigger problem if he didn't, right? The game guy says, Adam thinking this is why he doesn't do deep passes. I'm sorry, guys. I'm not rolling.
Yeah, I'm not rolling.
I'm not rolling. He's got other options. He's got better options, believe it or not. But that's what they're discussing.
That's a great conclusion to come to. I mean, but I don't think that's it.
How's that going in Minnesota? All right.
Yeah.
Shout out to Cal. Big part of this is teams know how to contain Bryce in the pocket now. He can't operate deep from in the pocket. Other teams saw that and adjusted. I'm gonna defer to 4-man rush on that one. And folks that are looking at the film, if somebody goes back and look at last year and see if most of his deep passes was out the pocket, because I have no idea. I have no clue. Shout out to Charlotte Pax PDKS. Are we going to ignore his turnover problem? Oh, I already gave him accountability on the turnover problem.
That too.
James E. Bryce doesn't trust his arm when games matter. Mental. I mean, he has closed out a couple games for us this
Yeah, I was
year.
gonna say that ain't necessarily true because
That
he
ain't
has made
true.
throws. He has made throws when it counts.
When they mattered, he would make them shots.
He would do it.
So I'm not rolling with that. All right, next slide. I ain't rolling with that. Shout out to our Patreon, man. We really appreciate what you guys do. This helps us when Shad is out here doing business trips, him able to jump to go where he needs to go, And when I gotta get out of here, I can get out of here as well. So shout out to the MVPs. You guys really help us out with regards to that. Shout out to the franchise folks, and shout out to the free agents. Every contribution you guys helps us. So make sure you go to patreon.com/Panther Nation PC, and make sure you go to underdogfantasy.com and use the promo code PNP when you do. We still got the NFL going on. It's time to go ahead and get your higher and lowers with regards to that. Make sure you use the promo code PNP when you go to underdogfantasy.com. You got MMA, you got UFC, they do esports, they got the NBA seasons going on right now. You can do all that. Higher lowers, they'll do daily fantasy drafts as well. So go to underdogfantasy.com, use the promo code PNP when you do. All right, man. We're gonna talk about Bryce.
I mean, we kind of been talking about it already, bro. Like I don't know. So this is a great question. Well, I saw the GM question. But go ahead and hit this one first.
Yeah, all right. We have 3 wide receivers that run under 4 or 5, and they never get used. We don't use our wide receivers at all, hardly ever. All they do is block. Shout out to you, Steve-O. But you know what?
I told y'all.
I tried to tell you guys this when you guys were saying we want to get all these weapons, man. Look, Canales ain't trying to throw the ball 30, 35, 40 times. That's not how he wins these games. He wants to run. He keeps saying he wants to run the ball. Shout out to I Am Tez. As GMs, shot at Dave, did you pick up the 5th-year option for BY9 and extend them? Truthfully, fully speaking, this offseason for 26 is very important. Look, bro.
Nah, it's a no for me.
Right now, it's a no.
Yeah, right now, if you put a gun to my head and ask me, are we gonna extend Bryce Young? It's a no, and that's an easy no. I haven't seen what it takes and again, everything looks great when the defense is great and the run game is going well. Everything is perfect. Bryce plays exceptionally well. But when it goes off the rails and we need the quarterback to make a play, and I'm not talking about on the final drive of a game because that's cool too. That's dope. And we appreciate that. But I'm talking about in the midst of a game where our run game can't get nothing going. Bro, you got to be able to make a read and complete a pass or use your legs, extend the play, and not turn the football over. The turnovers are absolutely daggers, bro. There's so many turnovers. We got bailed by one with the
Yeah, I saw that,
rookie call,
yo.
which was another terrible throw that ain't nobody talking about. Like, bro, it's the turnovers have not slowed down. Well, he did slow. Let me not say that they did stop for a little bit. But when we get into a dogfight or things start to go bad, he starts to press, and I think it's all in his head. You know what I mean? It's all meant, like y'all are saying, it's all mental. You know what I mean? And I agree. After the scripted plays, bruh, after those first 15, that first drive where we scored them 7 points, that was great. After that,
ugly.
it goes down. It goes downhill.
Ugly.
It goes down. It goes downhill. So I don't know what it is. Again, I'm not. I'll get up here and tell y'all, I'm not the biggest X and O guy. I watched Shot to the Real Ball Watcher. I watched his breakdown. You know, he put a lot of the blame on Bryce. Put some on Canales, and then obviously the receivers deserve a little bit of blame too, right? It's not just nobody's saying it's just Bryce Young. And nobody's saying that we there is something going on, right, between the two, to where Canales is not calling the plays, Bryce isn't executing the plays, the receivers are sometimes dropping the football. There's a lot happening, right? So it's not all on Bryce Young. But I need, bro. I guess I don't know if it's just I need to see my quarterback be able to take over a game when things go bad, and I'm just not seeing that. I'm just not seeing it, whether it's with your legs, whether it's willing your team, just doing whatever it takes to get the dub. I'm just not seeing it. I'm just not seeing it. I'm not a Bryce fanboy at all.
Uh-uh.
I just told you I wasn't going to extend him or pick up his contract. What makes me a fanboy for Bryce Young? I'm not a fanboy at all. I'm just telling you it's not all on him. That's just a fact. I
All right.
wouldn't extend Bryce Young right now.
All right, let's go through some super chats. Is it coaching or Bryce? I mean, I think it's a combination, but right now Bryce ain't helping himself. I can tell you that. He ain't helping himself right now. And then Charlotte PDKS says, I used to think every game was winnable with Cam. Have we ever felt that way with Bryce?
No.
When we're gonna admit,
And
bro, but we can't.
that's
But you know
right.
what, man? I'm gonna
Bro.
be honest with you. Before I
Bro.
finish this, when are we gonna admit that he's mid at best? Here's my thing.
Yeah.
You cannot.
I know.
You cannot
We
look.
know, Dave. We know.
Cam is an enigma.
I know. We know, Dave.
He's an enigma. Like, all right. Cam is an enigma. All right. Like, let's keep it a bean about this.
Yeah.
Cam should go off the Hall of Fame off of the babies that he's created. Like, I'm serious. Like, besides the stat lines.
You talking about the real babies or like the
No. The QB babies. You out here looking, no, not his real kids. The QB babies. Like the Josh Allens, the Lamar Jacksons, like all the Cam babies, the Jalen Hurts, all the Cam babies. There's a lot of Cam babies out there. Some are as big as Cam. Some didn't even work out as much as Cam, like Anthony Richardson. All these Cam babies, like he should go off the Hall of Fame alone off all the Cam babies that he's created. All of them. Like, besides his numbers should be enough anyway, but that's a discussion. But he's an enigma. Ain't no quarterback in NFL could have done what he did in 2015 to get that MVP. None. Like, I get it. To expect another Cam is not fair because at one point we were just hoping for another Jake. So to expect another Cam ain't fair.
I'm not, and hopefully I wasn't given that vibe, but I do need a quarterback that can at least hell. And listen, and I see what y'all are talking about with Baker and Sam, and if he goes off, and he could be another Baker or Sam. Bro, Baker or Sam didn't have the surrounding cast that Bryce has. That's just a fact. They didn't have those guys here.
But it's more than that, though, and you know that, Rashad.
No, it's coaching too. I agree.
Coaching.
I agree.
And
I agree.
That's the rub, right? Like Bryce could go on and go to a good spot, like if Steelers or somewhere, right, has a good organization around him, and he could shine. It's very possible because it's clear that Sam Darnold needed the changes of scenery. He might, Sam Darnold's in the MVP running, bro. Like, think about that for a second. Baker Mayfield's in the MVP discussions. Like, these two guys were on our roster. There's more to it than that. Personnel matters too, don't get me wrong, but there's more to it than that, man. But then it's also a reminder that, you know, if you have a bad organization, sometimes you can go out, like the Giants shown that too. And that's why they lost. That's why the coach got let go, and the GM should get let go too. Shout out to Jimmy. It was weird the way coach kept saying it happens in practice, kind of regarding Bryce. They make football look hard. Keep up the good work, guys. Appreciate it, man. And we got a couple more super chats, man. They keep pouring in. Appreciate you guys with super chat.
Yeah, that's going super chat crazy. We appreciate that.
Yeah. Sadly, I'm getting Sam Darnold and Carolina vibes from Bryce. Double OK. That means it doesn't matter what, by the way, man, that means it doesn't matter what quarterback comes here. You're going to get those vibes.
Yeah.
It might be more to it than the quarterback. And that's not me trying to defend Bryce. I'm just like, that's what we're seeing. So there's more to it than just him. Like if Bryce leaves and balls out somewhere else, it's more to it than him. That's all. ACAS, can we appreciate the defense? I know they give up the long TV, but that second TV was right after the pick, just 2 plays after the defense got a huge stop. Feel like we don't appreciate the defense enough for the 5 wins. Hey, man.
I agree. I'm the one been saying, yo, the defense been playing well. And
y'all been trying to get, and everybody been trying to get Evil out the paint.
Yep.
And he's sitting here building a resume of why he should be a head coach. Bad as this has been, bro. Shout out to Irish Leo 74 for both super chats. We appreciate that. And shout out to MM Kelly we gave up picks for a guy that's getting outplayed by rookies you don't even know where they came from. Well, listen, don't get me started about how we got Bryce, bro, because I wasn't for that trade. So don't get me started with that. We'll be here all night, and I don't want to be here all night. But yeah, dang man, y'all are hitting it up for real.
Yeah, Super Chat's going crazy then.
Shout out to Chris Kennards 9854. If Bryce was the second or third or fourth round pick and playing like this, would he be on the roster or getting playing time? As a franchise, we should be trying to find great and not settling. Well, the quarterback that just beat us was not a first round pick, ladies and gentlemen. He's a rookie quarterback. And by the way, fun fact, this is the first time that the Saints won a game with a rookie since 1981. 1981. I wasn't born. Shaw wasn't born. Some of y'all in this chat wasn't born either.
A lot of y'all that wasn't born.
Most of y'all were not born the last time a Saints rookie quarterback won a game. A lot of y'all weren't born. He wasn't a first-round pick. Shout out to Landon Ford. It also sucks that he's getting outplayed by QBs like May and Shough. Well, May was a top 5 pick, and they got Mike Vrabel. And you saw what happened with us when we played them. I was at the game. Had to sit through it because I had to wait 75 minutes after this game was over. Shout out to Double O Kane. Sam Darnold has shined in back-to-back years for 2 different teams. It's the organization. What's up?
Yeah, that's part of it for sure.
My man went to Minnesota, balled. Went to freaking Seattle, MVP candidate. I mean, coaching, everything matters, man. Darnold showed potential. Yeah, he was under Wilkes. Under Wilkes, and that was it. And then he went to San Fran and did all right too. He did okay. And San Fran might be regretting letting him go, but that's a whole different discussion. Shout out to Steve-O. Canales said they can't execute regular plays. Why should he call up deep without saying he doesn't trust his QB? That says, listen, bro. When he made the comment in that press conference.
That's what I'm saying, bro. He said a lot without saying it. He was alluding to a lot, bro. I'm kind of surprised he even went there, to be honest with you.
Well, but then it goes back to the question I asked earlier. Then why was it okay to shoot the deep passes last year if you're not okay with it this year? Like what the hell?
I don't know, bro.
So like people are like, is it Canales or is it Bryce? Is it Bryce or is it Canales? It could be both, and maybe both of them need to go. I mean, it could be both, and I don't want to get rid of them yet. But I'm just like, when you ask these questions, like when you ask. Is it so then you ask yourself, all right, do you want Canales drafting your next quarterback? Is it Canales or is it Bryce? Is it Bryce or is it Canales? Like when you start asking these questions, you have to ask yourself, do you want this guy that has shown you that he goes off the rails? He's inconsistent in his decision making. Do you want this guy drafting your next quarterback or being involved in drafting the next quarterback? Do you want this guy? Do you want a Brian Daboll situation where he goes out and picks his guy and he actually looks decent, and then you fire him, and now you're back to square one, hiring a coach that's got to go with a guy that they didn't draft? Now it has worked in other places. Drake May was not drafted by, was not there, was drafted before Mike Vrabel became the coach. But do you want that? Like that's like you, is it Canales? Or is it Bryce? Is it Bryce or is it Canales? Could be both. We don't know.
Yeah, I think, and you're right. You're absolutely right, Dave. I think what's frustrating about it too is that Dave, we still 500. Like this team is not all hope is not lost. I think we just kind of moved the bar with the expectation just a little. Well, not really, because it's the Saints. They were 1-18.
We should have. No, we're supposed to beat those guys.
Yeah, we're supposed to win that game. So
like that's why folks are deflated right now, because we should be 6-4 right now.
I agree.
We should be 6-4. No excuses. No if, ands, or buts about it. We should be 6-4. We got Atlanta next week, right?
Atlanta, yep.
So we should be 6-4 going to Atlanta with only being behind one game against the Bucs. That's where we should be right now. All right, and then we go to Atlanta. We beat Atlanta. We leave 7-4 going into Monday night, because that's what it should be right now. Yeah. We just beat a really good Packers team. Like, we just beat a really good Packers team. So now all of a sudden of course we're going to have bigger expectations, because now I feel like we should be able to beat the Saints. We should be able to beat those guys. I thought they were the worst team in the league. I still think they're the worst team in the league. I stand by that they're the worst team in the league. Which more reason why they should have beat those guys. It's unacceptable. There was not like Shannon and Vashti didn't know what to say during the halftime joint because folks were lost words. Like, what the hell's going on? Mm-hmm. And I will say the fan base, and you weren't at the halftime, but I listened a little bit. The fan base was actually pretty calm. They were like, we should be able to.
It was still, it was thought
yeah, they said we'll figure it out. So that means we had faith in the coaching. We had faith in Bryce, and they crushed it all in that second half. Crushed it all. Like, we had faith in them. The fan base had faith in you guys. Y'all were at home. And you lay that egg out there at home against the worst team in the NFL. Good grief. Like, it's just, that's why. So now you're going to automatically default to Bryce, and it's warranted. But nah, God dang it, man. What about the dang on coach at this point? You got guys coming out here talking about, oh, we weren't ready. Like, to say that on Front Street? What? Come on, man. That's a control issue with your locker room. And don't try to dilute it. Don't try to bring it like delegate it to the leaders of the locker room, or the players. That's on you. You're the coach. If you ain't got control of your room, that's on you. That's how you get fired. Keep it a bean. That's how a lot of coaches get fired, when they don't have control of their room. That's how it happens. It happens that way. We got 3 super chats we got to hit. Actually, we got way more than that. Hold on.
You was on it, Dave. I was letting you cook, bro.
Yo, nah, it's fine.
You was cooking though.
I felt good. Shout out to Irish Leo 74. I felt good with Jake. Sam Howell time. No. Okay. Better game in 541. It looks like we have a lot of building blocks in place, and that has a lot to do with our front office making the right calls. I have faith in them to make the right QB decision when the time comes. But it's not just about them. It's about the head coach. The front office ain't coaching. Shout out to MM Keller. While you're at it, get XL off my team. Hella Keller could have tracked the ball in the air better.
Yeah, he kind of slowed up on that route in the end zone. Let me just talk about that real quick, because that was another play where you could. It's easy to blame on Bryce because the pass was incomplete technically. But you gotta look at XL on that play a little bit. He did slow down a little bit, made some contact with the cornerback, he pushed off on him, slowed his route down, still got his hands on the football, probably could have caught it either way. And if that reception does occur, does it change anything? I don't know.
So Rashad, I got a question for you.
That's one that's not technically on Bryce.
How many targets did XL have in this game?
I do not know off the top of my head.
That was the only target he had in that game.
Oh wow. Well, that's probably why.
That is exactly why. I just want to let you guys know. That was the only target he had in that game.
Yeah.
So now you know that your starting wide receiver only got 1 target. Which goes back to Coker better. Well, Coker did get more targets than him. I didn't look at the snap counts yet, but Coker did definitely get more targets than him. But that was the only target that XL had in that game. So just wanted to put that out there in the atmosphere.
Just real quick, just to push back on this, XL slowed his route down. Just go back and watch it. Shout out to the Real Ball Watcher. He broke it all down. XL slowed down to push off the cornerback.
That would have been a penalty.
If he doesn't do that, he pushed off. Like he kind of slowed down to make contact. He pushed off of the cornerback, which could have been called. Probably should have been called. If he just runs through his route, that's a touchdown. I'm telling you, go back and watch the play. Go back and watch it.
Do you want to? We be talking about trust.
Yeah, I mean that's
a portion of trust that matters too.
Yeah, it's probably why he don't throw the deep ball no more.
Well, now you can throw the deep ball to other wide receivers. We got other wide receivers that can catch the deep ball. Old Brand Kenobi been saying that we're a QB away from being a real team.
T-Mac drop a couple too.
I mean, T-Mac had the most targets on the team, and he's hurt. He was hurt.
If you on the field, you ain't hurt.
I feel you, but you pop a hamstring like days before the game.
He
made a decision to be on the field.
Mia dance to Hammy look good, then man. If you out on the field, bro,
I feel you. He looked good out there. I was kind of shocked to see that he got activated. To be honest with you,
bro, he should look good. We saw him out there doing to Mia dance.
Oh Lord, shout out to A-Cash. I hate to say it, but this is a rule error type loss. Yeah, it was very rule like. I will say that. Just no DBO. Shout out to Steve O. How we figure out if it's the QB or the coach problem? Don't worry. There's people that makes way more money than me that's gonna figure that problem out.
Yeah, that's let's just hold on, Dave, before you move on. And that's part of the issue, right? Is like we are never gonna really know, right? We're not gonna know whether it's the coach because Canales could be calling. We can all cherry pick and say, oh well, Bryce missed it, and we've seen it. Bryce missed guys that are open, and he's maybe not calling the plays, or maybe he is calling the plays, and Bryce just isn't throwing the football deep, or he just doesn't trust. There just could be um there could be many things at play. I think two things can be true. You know what I mean? That's just kind of how it is, and we're never gonna know until one of them is ultimately gone. You know what I mean? And then we'll see. We're gonna know real quick whether it's Bryce or Canales. If that fifth year option doesn't get picked up and they look to get another quarterback, you're gonna know real quick. So decisions are gonna be made. You're gonna know. You're gonna know.
Somebody's gonna ask the question, and how they answer that question is gonna tell you a lot. Like you in the off season, they will ask the question, and
Yeah,
how
we're
they
gonna
answer
know.
it.
We
You know real quick.
by the end of this year, we're gonna know. I don't either. We're gonna extend Bryce Young, fifth year option, blah 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 blah, or we're not, and we're gonna look for other options in the offseason. And maybe Bryce still does get another crack at it, and another opportunity to keep his position. But I'm pretty sure I'm willing to bet good money that there's gonna be some competition brought in next season, and they're gonna have to battle out to see who's gonna take the reins because he's not giving franchise quarterback for me. Right now. He's just not. Sorry.
Well, he's in his third year, right?
Yeah, it's year three. I mean, we talk about giving guys 3 years. It's year three, and it's time to be critical. It's
Yep.
again, there's a lot of things at play. It's just a lot of things.
All right. Shout out to Dickie Davis 8577. Dave Canales is not aggressive in play calling with BY. Yeah, that's what I noticed too, man. I just don't understand the
Bro,
delta between last year and this year.
the difference between bro, I think the biggest difference between last year and this year is could we rely on the run game as heavily as we did this year? Like, were we able to rely on the run game? I know Bryce was. I
Yeah.
mean, excuse me. I know
Chuba was like a
1,000
top
yard
6
back.
running back.
I know he was, but I would like to see the differences in the run versus pass last year, game to game, and compared to this year. I would like to see it. I would like to see it because I think we're heavily reliant on. I don't think we're as reliant on Chuba last year as we are on Rico this year.
Mm,
I don't think so, bro. Man, I could be wrong. I need to run the numbers. I just don't
yeah,
have
I'm literally
I don't
trying to
have the
pull
numbers in
something.
front of me, but
Yeah, I don't
now
need
I'm
that,
gonna have to
bro.
do the study. I'm gonna have to do the study.
Yeah, now I'm gonna do some things because now I'm curious.
Yeah, I think there's such a reliance because you were successful with the run game. You almost like, all right, we're dominant in the run. Let's just feed Rico. Let's feed y'all are saying it.
All right,
Y'all are saying it. Feed Rico, feed Rico. So when you feed Rico, you don't gotta throw deep.
so I'm looking at Chuba Hubbard's numbers right now from last year. If I can, it lets me go to last year. It won't let me go to last year. All right, I got to do some more digging. I'll do some more digging. I'm curious now. Okay, back to what's the last super chat we had? Canales doesn't move me. Shout out to K. Lou Mister. Canales doesn't move me. Canales' offense in Tampa wasn't impressive. He had Mike Evans. I have faith in Bryce, but him and Canales is unsuccessful. I mean, it might not be a good fit. It's very possible. Might not be a good fit. Shout out to Ian. Malik Jones and Malik Willis will be here next year, I guarantee. Fighting for our QB1. I ain't too mad by it. Also, look, bro, I just was so annoyed. And then the thing is, man, because I cover HBCU sports, down in the Mississippi, Louisiana, Alabama area, there's a lot of Saints fans. You can imagine what my timeline looked like because I told them at the beginning of the season they were going to be the worst team in the league. And we mess around and lose these guys. You can only imagine what my timeline looked like about all this. Shout out to them, though. They had a Panther with the Tigger. All I could do was laugh because that's what we were. We were Tigger that day. We were Tigger on Sunday. That's first touchdown wide receiver pushed off JC. So what? It happens.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro.
That's the game, bro.
We have to be able to overcome stuff that happens, bro. And that's if it doesn't go 100% right in Bryce's favor or in the Panthers' favor, and we get into a battle where we got to face some sort of uh adversity, bro, it just seems like we cannot get over the hump. Like we can't. We got to be able to deal with some struggle and some adversity and get over. And I know we did a decent job in Green Bay, but the defense kind of held us into that joint. Like, but if the defense isn't there doing their part, or Rico can't run the football 150 yards, it's like, bro, we're gonna lose. We're gonna lose. We do not have either you call it Dave Canales or Bryce Young. When that marriage is together and we're in adversity, it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work, bro. We're gonna lose.
All right. Team don't shout out to Carolina boy. Team don't respect Dave or Bryce. Call Wilkes. Yo, that ship is sailed, guys.
Yeah, that's come on, man.
That ship is sailed.
That's
Like
cool.
we're like I love Wilkes, but that ship is sailed, man. That ain't gonna happen at this point. Case Luke misses. We already know Canals is part of the problem. The plays called during the Bills game was ass. Look, there's exhibits for both of these guys with
Yeah,
regards to that.
bro, we can definitely pull film and say, okay, Bryce, this was a great play call, and Bryce missed it. Or you could say, okay, what was Canals thinking? Like we gotta do a study, man. We gotta do a study on it and figure it out. Somebody got to catch his heat, and we're gonna
D
know. I'm telling you, by the end of the season, we're gonna know.
D Jones 177. Bring in Mac Jones next offseason. Guys, why are y'all so obsessed with Mac Jones?
Yeah, y'all are really on.
Yo,
Y'all
I
riding
don't
Mac Jones,
understand.
boss.
Please, for the love of God, help me. Dickie Davis 8577 daring us to pass with 8-9 in the box. I mean, that's what you're supposed like. That's how it works. That's how it works, man. Like that's part of the gig. We got one more. We were in the 540s, had all the energy before third interception. Thanks, King Claw.
Yeah, bro, bro. The fans that we did our part, man. The fans was lit. The stadium was
I
ready.
saw that you guys were in there, man.
Stadium was ready, bro. We was ready, but Panthers just
And
fell
now when
flat,
folks
bro.
sell their tickets next week,
It is what it is. Then that's why.
yes, he got one target. X did get a target. He got one. There's a reason why we talked about earlier why he only got one. So,
Yeah.
all right, man. I ain't got anything else. I'm tired of ranting.
Yeah. So that was that's my biggest thing, man. And I've been saying it. What happens when the run game gets shut down and your defense can't will your way through it or turn the football over 2 or 3 times or score for you, or special teams can't score for you? When you need your offense to make a way without Rico, it's just not happening on a consistent basis. It's not. This is not happening. So something's got to give. Whether it's Canales, whether he need to give up play calling, or whether it's Bryce, we need to get a new quarterback, or both of those guys need to go. We need to replace both of them. Whatever it takes. Right now, listen. Right now, it's weird, bro. I feel weird about even
We're 5 and
complaining.
5.
That's
And we're
what
out
I'm
here
saying,
saying
bro.
that
Like
this
that's
is
what I'm
insane.
saying. That's what it feels weird, bro. But the expectations have elevated, bro.
So what happens against Atlanta, bro? If Atlanta
Oh,
beats
I think
the
Atlanta gonna watch us. You want me to be honest? Atlanta gonna watch us, bro.
watch us freaking win that game next week.
Highly doubt it.
Watch it. Watch.
Highly doubt it.
Shout out to Casey Mr. Rico literally had to tell Isaac to call what pops.
He did that. He's done it for sure.
And Kyle, I'm with you, bro. Seriously, start with Mac Jones. Never take a QB from Shanahan and expect success elsewhere. Unless you bring in Shanahan with this quarterback, quit asking for quarterbacks from Shanahan. Please, for the love of God. The game guy. Just checked Chuba stats last year. He was good for 18 to 21 carries a game, topped out at 28. It's about the range.
But what kind of yards was he popping off for 150, 200 yards per game?
No.
Rico is until he didn't.
But it's about the volume too.
No, that it is, but it's also about how much production you have. Like, bro, we're
Dog, Mac Jones ain't winning nothing with us unless Shanahan is here. Like, I don't understand why you guys are so obsessed with Mac Jones.
Mac Jones for my bad. You talking about the super chat?
Yeah, I had it. That's why. Sorry, I saw it. I need to take it in.
You good?
It's just, dog. You guys got to understand. There's more than just having a quarterback. Everybody's not. And the thing is, we don't know what Mahomes is without Andy Reid. We have no idea. We're assuming that he's going to be good. We have no idea. We have no clue. Not a clue. But I will tell you this. Historically, When Andy Reid quarterbacks go elsewhere, they struggle.
Yeah,
I'm not saying Mahomes would.
that system is crazy.
Yeah, like they struggle. They'll go get paid somewhere else, and then they'll struggle. So, all right. Diggy Dave's replay call not to lose versus playing to win. Well,
That part too.
yeah,
I
there's
think
that.
that's true. I think that's valid. That is valid. And that goes back to, settling for field goals and things like that. That's part of that, bro. We're not aggressive when it comes to that. So I agree with that point.
For all you Mac
Great point.
Jones truthers out there, next thing you're gonna tell me we need to go get Trey Lance. Would love to trade for Shador, but I also want JC investigated for sports gambling. Ain't no way both TDs come from falling both times. Man, come on, man. Derek Shelton, 2,500. Come on, dog. Like, we can't do nothing about that. Ask ChatGPT Chuba's 10 games 2024 and Rico's 2025. I'll do that later. Appreciate it, Steve-O. That's all I got, man. I'm tired. Just tired.
Yeah,
I'm
but
tired.
I mean, it's all good, bro. I mean, listen. I think Atlanta is gonna do work against us. They got a chip on their I think they're coming off 2 back-to-back L's as well, and you got the component of we whooped up on them last time, bro. I think we're gonna get washed.
I ain't ready to say wash, but
I think it's gonna be bad.
if we get washed, then we're going to be having a different discussion because our schedule does not get easier after Atlanta.
Well, we said the same thing about Green Bay too, and we were able to get that W.
Well, that's why I think we're
Yeah.
going to bounce back and make this a game and win this joint in Atlanta. Because if we don't,
It's a division game, bro. The division game is different, bro. Even with
and
the
I think
Saints.
there was somebody that was talking about how they didn't really like take it seriously as a rivalry game. Like we didn't see it as a rivalry game, but
It's, bro.
it
That's
is.
that's
It's a
because they
division
haven't.
game, bro.
Yeah, but they haven't been around long enough to really. Some of the guys on the team, depending on who you ask, they ain't been around long enough to. You have to win for it to be a rivalry, right? We haven't won many games against some of the division opponents like that consistently. So they don't, bro. They don't know. These guys haven't been here long enough to really immerse themselves into a rivalry, bro. That's what I believe personally.
All right. Well, that's all I got, man. Unless you got something else to say.
I don't. I think we're gonna get washed next against against the Falcons. My bad. I think it's gonna be tough. Tough matchup. Um, I just need to see some better play from the Panthers and Bryce Young. I think if the run gets stopped, we got to be able to win some games. And I know we get into this reactionary mode where something didn't work last week, and we're gonna go back and fix it this week. We need to be consistent. We need to find some consistency, bro. Go ahead.
Shout out to Gray Fox for the super chat. Would you take Baker or Sam? No.
Shit.
No. With
Shit,
this
me.
coaching staff, I'm going to keep saying that until you guys understand what I'm trying to get at y'all. No. There's more to it than that.
Canales had Baker.
Canales had Baker. Maybe we should go get Mike Evans too. Let me shut up. All right.
We got a Mike Evans.
No, I
Mike
want
Evans
the
light.
no, I want the Mike Evans. Because people think we can just drop a
We
guy
got a
in.
Mike Evans light, bro.
No. No, people think we can just drop a quarterback in and then everything's gonna look like what it did when there's other team. It doesn't work that way, guys. Like it doesn't. Like I know contrary, it does not work that way. Folks are like, do you want Sam Darnold back? Sam Darnold ain't coming back here. He ain't even come back here if he was asked to, man. Y'all willing to pay Sam Darnold $50 million? Maybe he'll come back then.
We ain't paying nobody.
Or Baker $50 million?
It's gonna be interesting, bro. I think it's gonna be interesting when you talk about. This is why we want Bryce. This is why we're cheering so hard for Bryce. We want Bryce to be the guy because, bro, ain't the options out there, bro. Like this draft isn't like a super heavy.
I know folks thought it was going to be, which is kind of.
It's not.
That joint looks kind of. That joint looks
quarterback
ugly.
draft class, bro. This is not it. So, bro, like
that might save Bryce. That might get Bryce's 5th-year option, low key.
I don't know.
Low key.
I don't know about that.
I mean, you can, but like when you talk about exercising the 5th-year option, and I do want to get out of here soon, but when you talk about exercising the 5th-year option, you can exercise the 5th-year option, still don't sign to a long-term deal, and just give you some more time. Like that's an option too, and you still can bring competition in. And if he loses, he loses. And then you can trade him if you wanted to trade him. Like, you got options if you do that. Whereas if you don't exercise the 5th-year option, the next year is his final year. And he's done. So if you want to buy yourself some time, you exercise the 5th-year option and see if the competition makes him get some fire in him. You never know. I mean, some quarterbacks are like bloomers. If we treated Drew Brees like that, we would have never seen Drew Brees the Hall of Famer. Took him a while to figure it out. Took him so long that they drafted a quarterback for the team, and then he finally decided to figure it out. But shout out to Cal, man. Click that like, people. I really would appreciate that. Yep. Anything else?
That's it, bro.
All right. Make sure you guys like, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell. As always, we'll be back next Tuesday, and maybe Shot won't be in Atlanta.
Nah, I'll be home. Things should calm down a lot more for me after next week.
No worries, man. We all busy. We get it.
We good.
But all right, we'll see you guys. I know we're trying to do the NFC South Roundtable at some point. We'll figure that out as well. But we'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.
Shout out to PNP. It's Rashad and Dave. Keep the vibes up. Ain't nothing serious. We just having fun. We the best podcast. PNP. No need to pause. Keep pounding. For years, Superman like Cam. Ice up, sun like spinach at the scoreboard. 0 to 50. No other teams can compete. I know you feel me. Keep pounding. Carolina, go Panthers. Carolina, go Panthers. Carolina, go Panthers. You know we gotta. You know we gotta. Cause it's Carolina, go Panthers.